CJ Flyer back with another YouTube video. So yesterday on July 12th, 2024, Jalen Brunson signing a 4-year extension with the New York Knicks, locking him in long-term as being the leader of this franchise on the court. I'm happy for him. As a Mavs fan, I really was not happy with the front office letting him go like that. But, I'm happy for Brunson. He's getting his payday. He's getting the recognition he deserves. And he's been outstanding for the Knicks the last 2 seasons, especially last season, averaging nearly 7 3-point attempts a game with 40% shooting from 3. I mean, yeah, there's good reason for him to be 5th in the MVP voting, right? Yeah, he's been an incredible player for the New York Knicks. And now, of course, them having the Villanova Big Four assembled with Mikal Bridges being added to the roster via trade. I think the Knicks are going to be at least a decent team, if not a championship contender. Or maybe I should say Eastern Conference championship contender. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. But a championship contender nonetheless, coming out of the East. The New York Knicks are going to be in the conversation for the next few years. So a lot of people talking about how this deal is a very team-friendly deal, how Jalen Brunson is trying to help the Knicks out here and give them more financial flexibility over the next few years by signing the extension this year as opposed to next year, in which he would be eligible for a 5-year extension for more money. So we're going to talk about that a little bit because all the comments online that I'm reading is just talking about, build this man a statue out in front of Madison Square Garden, which I agree. I build the man a statue. Absolutely insane that he would take this deal. It is a very team-friendly deal. I will say, $113 million left on the table had he waited until next year to sign. Now, that being said, I think we all need to remember another short point guard by the name of Isaiah Thomas, who played for a different Eastern Conference team, the Boston Celtics, and he ended up in the top 5 in MVP voting. And what happened to him in the following season? Look, I'm not saying Brunson and his injury is career-altering by any means. It's not. It's not like what Isaiah Thomas went through, I don't think, from what we know, right? Brunson's still probably going to be in the conversation as one of the best point guards in the league next season. I have no doubt. But look, we see Isaiah Thomas. We see other short point guards in NBA history. If you can take your payday early, you take your payday early, right? Because as soon as you lose that first step, you're not going to get paid, or at least you're not going to get paid a lot, right? Because with the height disadvantage versus the rest of the league. Doesn't matter who you go up against. Even other point guards, you're at a disadvantage with the lack of height. So once you lose that first step, that quick step, your advantage that you have over the taller players in the league starts to dwindle. It starts to go down drastically. We saw that with Isaiah Thomas with the Celtics. And, once Brunson finally loses that quick first step, he could lose that as well. Now, so that's what I'm saying. You never know what's going to happen. Better for him to sign the extension this summer rather than sign it a year from now, in my opinion. I think that's what he's doing. He's offering the franchise, he's offering the team more financial flexibility for the next few years to be able to have a competitive roster in the Eastern Conference for the next few seasons. But let's not pretend like this is a one-sided deal, all right? This is also Brunson, having the safety net out for him. When you have the opportunity for generational wealth like Jalen Brunson does, you don't let that walk. You don't gamble with that, right? So let's just look at what Brunson, signed versus what he could have had he waited another season. So it's a 4-year extension, the 4th year being a player option. So again, if he hits the injury bug or something in the next couple seasons and, doesn't have that, advantage over the other guards in the league as far as his quickness and his ability to, create shots and get open for himself, then it's a good look that he's able to get this player option on the 4th year. And then additionally, look, I get it. $113 million. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, okay? But again, like, let's not pretend this is not a one-sided deal. This is a great deal for both sides. I see it as a win-win. I'm glad Brunson's getting paid. I'm glad he took the extension this year instead of waiting a year, because we've seen players gamble on that before and it did not go very well at all. So he's still getting paid a lot. Look, in the grand scheme of things, we're talking the difference of approximately $40 million per year versus, 50, right? 50 to 60. So, yeah, I mean, the difference of $10 million, sure, that's a lot of money, but at the end of the day, even like $5 million, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine, okay? So, I'm happy for Brunson here. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about this extension. I just wanted to shed light on that because I think a lot of people are kind of missing that part of it, of him signing the extension this year instead of next year. It's a safety net for himself in case things go south within the next season, because you just never know. You never know as an incredibly short point guard in this league. You just don't. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Excited to see the Knicks play this year. Excited to see them match up hopefully against the Boston Celtics in the playoffs. That would be an incredible series. I was hoping for that this year instead of what we ended up getting, which was Celtics-Pacers. It is what it is. Click on the video on your screen now for another NBA offseason video.